Ooh, I'm looking for that growth regulator. That's too funny. Doc, what are you doing to your lawn, man? What is going on? Morning. I was going to talk about growth regulator, the granular growth regulator, but it's a good time to discuss spreaders and putting down granular products in general. So hold on. Hey guys, of course, click subscribe. There's a red button somewhere there. Click it. And then I'll put links down below to everything I'm doing here. I'm using the Lawn Star from Anderson's. I have a bunch of different spreaders. This is probably my favorite one just because it's light. I go in the shed and I look and I go, that's the lightest one. And I pick it more and more. Not that it's the better spreader, but it's just lightweight. But anyways, today I'm putting down a second wave of granular growth regulator, and I'm doing it a little bit early. One of the things we've done this year with this granular growth regulator is done a ton of testing, mainly for you guys, just to say, can we screw this up? All that kind of stuff. But so about 2.5 weeks ago, I put down my first treatment of growth regulator back here. Lawn's looking amazing. It'll thicken up, it'll tighten up, it'll sort of shrink a little bit, get dense, dark and green. But instead of waiting the full 30 days, about 2.5 weeks, since it's been so warm and we've had a lot of rain, I'm going to go ahead and put out another light treatment. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to put out just over maybe half the normal rate. So I may go like 1.25 pounds per 1,000 square feet back here, maybe 1.5 pounds per 1,000 square feet. But the key to this growth regulator, which I work with Anderson's on developing this for them, is to come out and apply this early in the morning. So wait for a day where you're not going to have rain for at least 24 or 48 hours. Come out when there's a lot of dew on the lawn, and you can see how perfectly you can apply a granular product. Now I'm talking about perfect, not missing a single square foot. And this is why I really, really want to encourage you guys, if you're putting out granular products that have to be tightly controlled, not like Humichar, this is a great time to do this. So you can see every single mark. The granules, the particles, are actually going to stick to the blades of grass. A little bit happens foliar. Later in the day, this will dry. The particles will drop down, and they'll be sitting at the base of the plant. Now, I explained how this stuff works in an earlier video, but the reason why I'm using this granular, and the reason why I encourage you to use this over a spray, is not because of cost. I get it. It's probably a little bit more expensive than a spray, but it's ease of use. We have tried to screw up our lawns with this and we could not do it. So we've done over applications, we've done all kinds of stuff. But ease of use. I mean, at 6:55, I came here, I got my spreader, opened up the bag, put it down, and about 20 minutes later, I was done. And now I can go on the rest of my day. I'm not out here measuring and mixing and worrying about oversprays. Worried about missing an area, maybe having to put some dye in it, because if you apply growth regulator, you really should put some kind of dye in there just to make sure you're getting all the spots, because you will miss spots. Then you got to have the backpack sprayer, and then you got to have a big arm. It's not a big deal if you got a small yard, but my back alone is close to 12,000 square feet. So there's no way I'm putting a backpack sprayer on and spraying this thing. I'd be out here for about 2 hours between the mixing and spraying. So I'm just telling you, it's just ease of use. It's ease of application. If you've got all the time in the world, if you've got big arm spreaders or you got a small lawn, then fine, use a spray. But this product is so simple to use. That's why I love it. So 1/2 inch cut. We used to have to cut it every 48 hours. Now I'm getting to the point that I can probably go every 3 days to 4 days. So I've cut my cutting time down just about in half on here. So I am thrilled to death with it. Morning. 6:55 a.m. and I'm doing some more testing for you guys. This is about 2.5 weeks since I put down the granular growth regulator back here. And by the way, the yard is looking great. The yard is looking fantastic. So I thought what I'd do is I'm going to play with a light incremental sort of treatment. So I'm going down at about just over half rate at about 2.5 weeks, just to sort of monitor. And I'm thinking, I'm sort of playing, instead of going every 30 days, about every 2.5 weeks, I'm going to try a light coat just on the back, not on the front or anywhere else, just to see how this works. But again, early morning dew, you can see all your track marks. It sticks to the blades, and then during the day it falls right down. This, my friends, is why I recommend putting out granular products, the majority of them, early in the morning. You can get so precise and get a perfect coverage. I went over this before, but even if my line is not straight, I stay true to my line. So if I'm trying to keep 36 inches in between these stripes here, I've got 36 inches. 36 inches, even though the line may vary. Over in here, now this stripe was just going to fill the feeder. Ignore that one. So you can see I've got perfect striping all in here, plus one back coat up in here. Got really good coverage. So you can see around the green, I wanted to come in here and I wanted to follow the edge of this green. I just want to do the fringe of it. And you can see how I went in a circular pattern all around this green back in here. So I went circular back in here, then I transformed it into straight over in here. Isn't that cool? That is just so cool right there. And you cannot do this really at any other time of the day. This is a phenomenal time to actually come out, put out your granular products. 6:55, I came out here, I cut open the bag, and at about 20 minutes later, I'm done. Now I've got, 12,000 square feet here. I'm done. There's no mixing. I don't have to put it in my backpack sprayer. I don't have to get a big, it's just so much easier. I don't have to worry about, I really, really don't worry about the application rates with this granular stuff because we've tested it so much. If I have a spray and I overlap too much, I'm really concerned about it, but not with this stuff. So if you've never used a growth regulator, I really strongly recommend that you start with this granular. There's a link in the description below.
Okay,
but
so I'm actually on my iPhone right now, and I have a magnifier on it. And what I want you to see is I want you to see these little pellets. And sometimes, look at that, they actually encapsulate inside of water droplets attached to the plant. Isn't that cool? Let me find some more here. But if you see like a light gray pellet, let me see, I can't get that guy. There's one right there. See that? See how it's encapsulated in that little water droplet there? Isn't that cool? Oh, the damn bee. I didn't even see that bee on the ground. It scared the life out of me. Look at him. Dude, is that cool or what? He is drunk on pollen. Hello there, Mr. Bee. Hello. And I'll explain why there's a bee there in a second. But I wanted to find some more. Oh, I'm looking for that growth regulator. Growth regulator inside that. Same with that one there. But you can see it all around here. over here. It's just so cool how this works. And the reason why there's bumblebees all around me, this is my new iPhone, by the way, is because of this. This tree right here, there are just thousands of bees all over this tree right now. There's thousands of them up here. So anyways, guys, I'll end this on my iPhone. How's that? If you're putting out a granular product, go ahead and try this morning dew method. It really works well. But if you're going to use the growth regulator, I strongly recommend, if you want to try growth regulator, try the granular product. Click subscribe, put hate or like, click one of those little thumb things. I don't care, I'm too old. I don't care which one you choose. That's about it. Talk to you later. Doc.